Hello, let's play a bunch of New York Times games, but first we reveal our dad joke and this day in history. So, for Wednesday, March 11th, what do you call a guy who never farts in public? A private tutor. All right. And on March 11th, 1942, General Douglas MacArthur leaves Philippines. After receiving orders from President Franklin D. Roosevelt, U.S. General Douglas MacArthur left the Philippines as the American defense of the islands crumbled, leaving some 90,000 Americans and Filipino troops to unsuccessfully defend the Bataan Peninsula. The Philippines had been part of the American Commonwealth after the United States annexed the islands from Spain during the Spanish-American War. The United States strengthened the island's defense system when Japanese forces invaded China in 1937 and became allies with the fascist Germany and Italy in 1940. As part of this strengthening strategy, MacArthur came out of retirement and took command of U.S. Army troops and Filipinos who fought alongside the American forces. When the Japanese military attacked Pearl Harbor on December 7th, 1941, they also assaulted the Philippines. Manila, the capital of the Philippines, fell on January 2nd, 1942. Roosevelt finally ordered MacArthur out of the country and to Australia. In October 1943, the Japanese established a puppet government in the Philippines, and the Japanese military continued to occupy the country. From February to March 1945, Filipino soldiers and U.S. troops fought in the Battle of Manila against the Japanese, which eventually marked the end of the Japanese occupation of the Philippines. All right. I feel like there's not as much talk about Japanese occupation of the Philippines. I've heard a little bit about it, but it's not one of the more talked about things. Anyway, I would like to thank the following people for starting a new month. Thank you to Michael Rincon, L.R. Melg, Michelle M., also known as Pedals, and Blitzfan. And thank you for Blitzfan for your second month as a super supporter. All right, well, let's start with connections. We're finding 4 groups of 4. We got Dress, Snow, Palm, Jazz, You, Lift, Spruce, Traffic, Pine, Pocket, We, Pinch, He, Ice Cream, Spiff, and Me. Interesting. I feel like there's got to be something to do with you, we, he, and me. Like different ways of ending in the E sound. Like different spellings of ending in the E sound. They've done something similar like yesterday. Sure, why not? Let's try it. Pronoun homophones. Oh. He, me, you, we. Oh, I see. All right, well. You didn't end in the E sound, so I don't know why I thought it was going to be that. That makes a lot more sense. Okay. I even said them out loud. It didn't really click. So that was a bit lucky there, but I mean, they did feel like they went together for some reason. Anyway, let's move on. So I got purple first. I wonder if I can get reverse rainbow. Apparently there's a reverse rainbow badge now. Dress. Pocket. Snow. Ice cream. Ice cream is cold. Snow is cold. There's like smooth jazz. It makes me think smooth blank. Although there won't be smooth blank because purple's gone. There's no fill in the blanks, but it might be follow smooth. I don't think it's smooth. I don't think it's that though. Traffic. Spruce is a tree. If you spiff something up, you can jazz it up just to make it fancier. You can dress it up. Lift, maybe. So these are synonyms. So these are probably not blue. But that's probably yellow or green. Spruce it up. Sorry, did I do spruce? Spruce, spiff, jazz, and dress probably. Not lift. But we'll see. Lift could also work. Traffic cone, pine cone, ice cream cone, snow cone. That's got to be blue, right? Kinds of cones. There you go. So other than so we've got pocket, we've got pinch, we've got palm. So this is stealing and lift. So these are synonyms for stealing, and these are synonyms for like making something fancier. They're both verbs. There is no way to tell which one's going to be yellow and which one's going to be green. I think maybe the words for stealing are maybe a little bit more well known, but I don't know for sure. But I'm going to say this is green. There we go. Make nicer with up. And then this is yellow. This is to steal. All right. Got my reverse rainbow. 39 times so far. I would think it was more, but maybe it's based on when they started counting the badges. All right, cool. Maybe I can get to 50 reverse rainbows. That would be cool. Alrighty. Difficulty. I didn't have any trouble. I mean, you got to know the slang, I guess. You got to think of cones. One of these will make you think of cone, I would think. So I'm going to give it a 2.3, their favorite rating, and I'm going to say we have a 75% solve rate. Let's see if I'm right. Just palm trees that stole the hat. That's funny. They gave it a 1.8. Okay, so they did think it was easy. 78%. That's a little higher than 75, but not much. A lot of people making one mistake. That's interesting. There's a bump in one mistake. I wonder what the rainbow herring was then. Reverse rainbow gives you 99 skill. Purple first is the most common, yeah. So I wonder how many reverse rainbows we got today. 9% of people got the reverse rainbow. That's, oh, no. 5% of people got the reverse rainbow. I misread. Anyway, it's fairly even, maybe a bit more in green. People who are losing are getting purple and nothing else. Yeah, so 7% got only purple, 5% got nothing. We've got some purple greens, purple blues, 2%, 1%. All right. Oh, that's the trees. Palm, yew, spruce, and pine are the trees, right? That's our rainbow herring, of course. Jazz, lift, spruce, and spiff. So yeah, lift and green is going to be happening for some red herrings. Spiff. Okay, this is people trying to figure out yellow, green, maybe. Tree words. Okay, let's not worry too much about that. So the rainbow herring is the most common first lock-in, followed by the pronouns, yet purple, green, and then blue is only at 6%. Yellow is only at 5%. Really interesting that yellow is the least common first lock-in. And then we've got lift with green a couple times. Cool. Well, how'd you do? Hello, let's do pips for Wednesday, March 11th. We'll do the easy, then the medium, then the hard. Let's play. All right, is there 1 5? There's 2 5s. 5 3 or 5 5. Actually, one of them goes here, one of them goes here. Okay. So that this is actually a little harder for an easy. Usually easy, you just kind of plonk them in. But this domino has to go here, so this domino has to go here. My point is, if this was the 5 5, then this would have to add to 4, and there just isn't a domino that adds to 4. Actually, that's not true because it wouldn't be that domino. These are our dominoes. These would add to 4, but we don't have any two pips any two ends of dominoes that add to 4. Lowest we can go is 5. So that's not gonna work. So this is the 5 5, which means this is our only 4, and this has to be the 5 3. And so now this is definitely not a 6. So this is our 6 6, and then this is our 3 2, and we did it. All right. Interesting, easy. I wonder if that bodes means we're going to spend a lot of time on medium hard. Let's see. Let's play medium. All right. Is there an in for geometry? Yeah, right here. So this is a domino, and this is a domino. That extends to here. This can't go up or down or right, so this goes left. And now this can't go down, so this goes left. Oh, we had these anyway. All right, so we actually do have the full geometry. So we have a 3 going into something that adds to 10. That could be 3 4 or 3 5, except there are no 6s, so it has to be 3 5. And then we have 5 going into something that adds to 12, which is probably 4 4 4, but could be 3 4 5. This uses our 3 though. We don't have another 3. So I'm going to assume it's 4 4 4. So we'll do the 5 4 here. We'll do the 4 1 here. And then the 4 3 or 4 2 we'll throw out. No, the 3 has to go here. I said that earlier. So that's 4 2. And this adds to 10. And this is blank. Okay, perfect. I think there were a few other ways to get into that or approach it. But what I did was plenty fast. All right, let's do the hard. It says cool. I'm just going to draw out as many dominoes as I can. Always helps me to have that visualized. We need a domino that adds to 10. 6-4 does it. 5-5 does it. Okay. Do we have a domino that's 0-0? We do not. So this has to get split up. So we know which way this goes. So this is 6-6. Get rid of that one. Okay. And then finally here, we do need a double in here, no matter what. Oh, we already used our 6-6, so this has to get split up. Perfect. All right. So geometry's done. We need a 3 going into something that adds to 10. That sounds familiar. We've got 3-5. We'd have 3-4. So it's either 3-5 or 3-4. We need 6 going to something greater than 0, or 5 going into something greater than 0. That's not helpful. Okay, how about a domino that adds to 10? 4-6 or 5-5. Anything else I can do? I need a 6 here and a 6 here. How many 6s do I have? I'm going to underline my 6s. I've got that one. I've got that one. I've got that one. Okay, that feels important. That this uses 2 of my 6s. I've got 6 blank, 6-5, and 6-4. Well, the 6 blank can't go here because it's greater than 0, and it can't go here because that adds to 10. So the 6 blank is elsewhere. So we have 6-4 and 6-5. And there's no blank blank. Because what I was thinking is if the 6-4 went here, then this could be 6. This could be the 6 blank, but there isn't a blank blank to go there. So that's not it. So it's the 6-5. And this is the 6-4. And I don't know where the 6 blank goes. But it means this is the 5-5. And now we need 5 into something. We've got 5-1, 5-2, 5-3, 5 blank. What do I have double of, though? I've got double 1. Is that it? I usually miss them somehow. But yeah, so this is double 1. This is our last one. And this is 5-1. Perfect. How many dominoes add to 7? I have 3-4, I have 2-5. I don't have 1-6. Okay, so 3-4 or 2-5 goes here. Oh, 3 going into 5 is now got to be it. Because the only 6 left would be a blank, which can't go there. So now I have 5-2, that last 5, other than 5-0. And 2-5 was a 7, so 3-4 is the other 7 then. Okay. Greater than 3 is going to be a 5 or a 6, which will put a blank there. And that puts a blank 1 or blank. Okay. So our blanks are used here, 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 and here. Leaving 1-3 for where blanks don't go. Okay, so this is 5 blank. Duh, that was given. That was given. I didn't have that in for some reason. That might have helped. Less than 3. So 1-3 doesn't work. So 1 blank goes. Oh, sorry, blank 1 goes there. And then this is our 1-3 going this way. And then this is 6 blank, and this is blank 3. Wow, that actually wasn't too bad. I found the ins pretty nicely, I think. Cool. Well, how'd you do? Hello, let's do the mini crossword for Wednesday, March 11th. Let's play. We'll do the MIDI as well after this. Study of the human mind informally. Like psych. If I spell it right. Common fixture in a gym bathroom. A scale. Kinda boring. Like a commenter without a username for short. Anon. All good between us? Old-fashioned, yeah, right. Coffee house pastry, a scone. Google alternative, Yahoo. Really? Sound of a dull thump. Clink. Line on the bottom of a pant leg. Hem. Kinda boring. Ho hum. Clunk. All good between us? We okay? And then pshaw. I was wondering how the PS would work, but it's pshaw. Okay. And maybe they should say form or Google alternative. I feel like the only real Google alternatives right now are Bing and DuckDuckGo. It depends on what Google service you're talking about, I suppose, but I don't think Yahoo's doing any of those. Anyway, let's move on to the MIDI. It's called Wiggle Room. Wiggle Room. I can't quite think what the theme would be just from the title. New York City Arena, situated on top of Penn Station. I'm not sure. Grin from ear to ear. To smile. Not sure. Boxer Muhammad Ali. Identity hiding name. John Doe. Identity hiding name. Oh, an alias. That's what they mean. Taj Mahal. Like some change found in couch cushions. Not sure. Christmas Carol. Huh. Salmon topping for a bagel and cream cheese. That's lox. Ingredient that makes food wiggle and jiggle as hinted at in this puzzle. Jello? Gelatin? How do you spell gelatin? Maybe like that. What's this down? Mayo-based sauce for fries is aioli. Aioli. Ride or whip for car. That's slang. Okay, so I'm happy with gelatin. Action figure from Hasbro. G.I. Joe. Right. Yoga class accessories and mat. MSG? Okay. I don't know what that is. I mean, I know MSG is a seasoning, but... slow love song. Okay, let's just do more crosses. U.S. Prez, who was elected to 4 terms. That's Eisenhower. Why am I... Oh, my God. Eisenhower, right? Roosevelt. Franklin D. Roosevelt. I got so confused for some reason. Brain farts are annoying, especially when you're being recorded. All right. Like one proficient in computers and coding. Furniture megastore. IKEA. Blank de Gallo, salsa variety. Pico. Attack repeatedly with snowballs. There's a word for that? Okay. Titles for knights. Sirs? Maybe? 7 in Roman numerals. Okay, I was like, how does II work? I was concerned. Snares is traps. I was going to put trips, but it's traps. Popular method for recording TV shows in 1980s and 90s. The VCR. 2 V's. Savvy. Casual greetings or yos. Tech savvy. What's this? Proverbial part of the spear. The tip of the sphere? Spear. Eke out a narrow victory. Cartoon frame is a cell. They love cell. Pelt. Red and green Christmas headwear. Elf hat. Christmas Carol's Noel. What's going with this ASPIC? This is Jello. Jello Aspic. All right, let's just solve it. Slow love songs or ballads. Grin from ear to ear. Beam. You're beaming. ELO rating for chess. And League of Legends. Like some change found in couch cushions. Loose change. Jello Aspic. Jello Sapki. Jello Aspic. I have no idea. I feel like I'm going crazy here. Huh. Oh well, I have no idea what that second word is. Aspic. It's Jello Aspic. All right. Well, let me know what the heck this is and how'd you do. Let's do strands. Today's theme is survival mode. Survival mode. Okay. And there's badges now. I wonder if Spanogram first is a badge. I bet it is. We have gift here. Is that something? Survival mode. What does that mean? Decaf? I have an thought there was like ology here, but no. Forest? No. Interesting. Mogul? Don't see why that would be true. I can't think of like what survival mode would be. Something like things you'd bring camping, like a tent, fire, hunting, gathering, I don't know, something along those lines. Is that what we're talking about? Minor. I know it's not minor because we could also do minor this way. I don't know. I mean, it doesn't really fit the theme. More. Forgo. Huh. What's this D doing? Is it an ED word? All right. I think I just have to find words. I might have to start with a hint today. Star, start. Ride, rides. We have leader. I have enough for a hint. Does it accept decaf? It does. All right, I'm going to start with a hint. Aroma? No. Mora, Mora. Orma. Armor. Are these like evolutionary survival mechanisms? So like armor, like on a I almost said antelope. What am I thinking of? An aardvark? I don't know. Okay, so maybe it is gift something. So like claws or armor. What's around armor? These letters. G-O-N's. No. I don't know if that helped. I'm going to do a second hint. Agility. Armor and agility. So these are like attributes, like D&D attributes. I don't know. So like how you, defenses. Okay, defenses. Camouflage. Okay. And I got to think of more. Ointment. There's two more. So they're pretty long. Tion. Traction. It's an interesting one. Nope, it's not traction. Well, why is traction here? Secretion? No. What's the other one then? If traction's like related to it or similar. Maybe this Y ends it. Mimicry. Distraction. Okay, that makes more sense. Distraction. Which ends in traction. Okay. That's interesting. Okay. I don't know. That was tough to get started on. It wasn't what I was thinking. Well, how'd you do? Hello. Today's bonus game is Betweenal. I will start with logic, because why not? And I'll explain the game. So, we're looking for a hidden word. It's thinking of a word. And what it's telling us here is that it is between all A's and logic alphabetically. So if you had like a dictionary of 5-letter words that are in alphabetical order, it would be between the page that has all A's, which is the first page, and the page that has logic, right? But in addition to that, it's telling us more. It's telling us that if we were to visualize what's left of that book, we're closer to that first page by this, like much closer to that first page than this one. That's what orange dot tells us. And these are the exact numbers. 11% of all words are after all A's, and 38% of all words are before logic. So we need to be 11% away from all A's, 11% of all words. And so I think that's going to be really early C, maybe. It could be B's. Let's try a CA word. How early can I get? Cash. All right, I went too far, so it is in the B's. Maybe it's like B. Let's try a BR word, like brisk. Still a bit too far. There's a lot of BR words, but let's just check with a BO word. So a late BO word. Bower. All right, so I think we are BR, maybe BRE even, like break. Okay, so we could be BRE or BRI. Let's try a late BRE though. What's a late BRE? Bruise. Okay, whoa. Is there like a BREX or... 0.02 is about 2 words. But keep in mind, it accepts a bunch of very uncommon words. So it could be BRI still, a really early BRI, like Briar. Oh, it's right after Briar. Brick? No, between Briar and Brick. Oh, wow, 0.01 on both. Bribe. There it is. Okay, bribe and 9. Wow, that took quite a few guesses. All right, well, let's spin the bonus game wheel and see what tomorrow's game will be. All right, we have Cindy Hobbs' suggestion of Weaver. So tomorrow I will be playing Weaver. It's just your standard word ladder game. I think it's harder throughout the week. At least it's not the Sunday one. I gave up on the Sunday one last time I played this. All right, well, and how'd you do? And that's it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. There is a link at the end of the video that'll take you right to Wordle if you would like to watch that. I also have a pinned comment with all the games I played today. And if you enjoyed this, why don't leave a like, subscribe, and a kind comment below.